What is up, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we're doing a brand new series on a new game. So I have not played Supreme Ruler before on this channel, and we're going to be changing that today. So hopefully you guys do like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. We are very close to 10,000 subscribers. Other than that, guys, let's go ahead and just get into it. We're not going to waste too much time talking, but I am going to go over my plans. So right now we are going to be playing as the United States, and we're going to be playing as President Donald Trump. Second presidency, and this is going to be the 2025 version of the game. We're going to be starting off with beginning our protectionist policies all across the world, and as well as making sure that we are able to get fair trade deals all throughout the world. And we're also going to be focusing on our own production. We're going to be focusing on making sure that we are able to provide for ourselves and then export to the world, and everyone will be able to buy American products. So we're going to focus first on agriculture, and then as well we're going to have to focus soon on oil, coal, metal ore, it looks like, uranium, electric power seems to be good, but I always like to focus on that, and especially military goods. We're going to be focusing on that as well. And we're mainly, what I like to do whenever I play this game, I do like to focus on stockpiling. Stockpiling is one of the best features that I see in this game, is where you can actually focus on stockpiling the crap out of certain goods. So like, for example, if you're going to go to war and you know you're going to alienate the rest of the world and are not going to trade with you, the best thing to do at that point is you can actually go onto the world market and you can just bulk buy literally everything that you can buy off of the market. You're going to be spending a lot of money, but it is going to help you in the long run. That way you can stockpile all of your goods and then not have to worry about it whenever you go on a military campaign. What we are also possibly going to do is that we could find a way to acquire Greenland. Greenland is going to be a vital piece of American foreign policy. What I want to test is I do want to see whether I am able to peacefully acquire Greenland. However, it does possibly seem like I would have to endure a military campaign in order to acquire them. So I'm going to see what type of means we do have at our disposal. However, we are going to be focusing on military research, on civilian research, and as well as civilian production. So we're going to see how long this episode runs for, but I do hope that this becomes a regular series on the channel. The reason I'm moving on to this, other than GPS 5 and WWE, I do have a series that is being negotiated right now with WWE. They're in contact with me, and it's going to be a lot of sponsored videos, basically just tutorials, and we also do have like a sponsored gameplay video. So that is still in negotiation, basically. So I'm essentially just kind of waiting for some sort of response from them, so do look forward to that. Other than that, we'll go ahead and focus on this, and we're gonna find some of our, well, the first thing we should do is we're going to go over to our economic minister, and we're going to go ahead and lock him out of buying bonds. We're going to focus on economic policy, but we're also going to make sure that he is not going to be just issuing as many bonds as he possibly can, because that will essentially screw over my economic plan in the long run. Now, I'm not an economic expert at all. I'm going to be having to watch a lot of Conglomerate and Average Gamer whenever it comes to this game. And if you guys have not subscribed to them, go ahead and subscribe to them if you have not already. I'll put their names in the description down below. That way you can easily access their channels if you want to see more Supreme Ruler content other than my own. What I'll do is we're not going to focus on income taxes, and I know Average Gamer is going to be roasting me in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and focus on some agricultural buildings and see what we have. And whenever we click on a resource, basically we can come over here and we have two different types of buildings that we have agriculture and then hydroponics. We have hydroponics, let's see, so average maintenance, industrial goods, 1450. What about hydroponics? 15.7, and that takes about 80 days to build. We're gonna go ahead and go with some hydroponics right now, and we're gonna focus on building some all around each other. And then let's see, we're gonna be spending a lot of money. And so we have the Great Plains. We're gonna build some outside of Oklahoma City. And then, what is this? Scrap a facility and put a facility offline. And then we also need electricity, which requires 2 megawatts of power. Let's go over to electricity, and we're gonna see what kind of power systems that we do have. I do see that we have nuclear, and nuclear is going to be a very, very important aspect of my energy policy. And do we have anything else? We have nuclear small. $11 billion is how much it does cost to create one of these facilities. And nuclear coal, that will take 507 million. I'm gonna focus yet. If we start to run close to it, then I'm gonna go ahead and increase my production. We also could focus on civilian consumer goods, and this could be really good for ourselves. So let's see, 1 billion micro, 12 million, 11 million maintenance, possible output, max possible output, industry goods. Ooh, that's what we should have focused on whenever we looked over at hydroponics. What is that? Complex, industry goods, 15. Let me go over to, so we have industrial goods, industry goods, or consumer goods, industrial goods, and then military goods. Military goods I would like to focus a little bit on, just to make sure that, you know, we're up for some type of military campaign in the future. This is Supreme Ruler after all, and maybe we could focus on, you know, conquering the Hispaniola. We could bring peace to Haiti, or we could you know, go after the really big prize in Canada and Mexico. Mexico would be a rather interesting campaign. Very little infrastructure all over the country. I definitely would say we could just go the really funny route where basically every other invasion of Mexico has ever gone through, and it's always going to go through Veracruz. We can go the historical route. Let's build some industrial or military goods outside of the city of Dallas, and that is going to be $380 million, 40 days. And then we're going to go ahead and come over here, and let's see what kind of gas fields that we have. Advanced oil, facility cost. This is 331.6 billion barrels. I think that's billion barrels. Coal is converted to petroleum through a chemical process known as coal liquefaction. So that's coal synthesis. So we have different types of oil that we can actually produce. Petroleum is synthesized through electrochemical processes, converting electric power into petroleum, or we can just have something that's dependent on coal. Early oil, advanced oil, biofuels, which is focused on food. How much could we produce here? 4 billion. Let's actually focus on some biofuels. We could actually get some of that, and then let's build this in Kansas. What we think is Kansas. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this, and we're just gonna go a little fast. And from this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again. If you guys have seen my previous gameplay, you will have recognized that speech. I'm not going to read it again because it is a little cringy. Nothing against the developers, but let's go ahead and come over here. We have a $20 billion surplus, and last day's trades negative 3.8 billion. That is what we're going to be turning around, so I'm really looking forward to getting that back on track. That is the reason why we're destroying every single stock market around the world by saying that we're going to be increasing tariffs all across the planet, and everyone gets a tariff. You get a tariff, and you get a tariff. Tariffs all over the place. So very interesting to see what happens. Ooh, we just had our last day's trades go up to 21.12 billion. Let's go over here and see what kind of focuses we can put on our cabinet, on our minister. Diplomatic offer. So what we have here, who is this? This is Guam. Requested by Guam, $25 million. Why should we be helping them? They're just lazy. Items requested. They want 400. Portugal wants to offer me. They want to items offered by Portugal, $448 million. Items requested. So they want to. What is this? I'm very confused. I don't understand it, so we're gonna reject it. Let's go over here. Let's go ahead and start building some relationships across the world. It looks like we do not have an alliance with Japan. Let's go ahead and get that changed, and we're gonna go over here and offer them some good treaties, and we're gonna go to reassign forces, give ownership of units located in the country's territory to that territory, research cooperation. What is this? What is that plus button? This includes other treaties, technologies, resource status, free trade. Offer appears unacceptable. Formal alliance. Why do they not want to become our allies? Cordial. We need to boost relations with Japan, so if we can get some heavy green on there, then we can definitely get something going. Requires resource status treaty. And a war has started. What's going on? The war in Ukraine seems to be continuing. What about this? Diplomatic offer. Zelensky. All right, give me just a second. Intelligence cooperation. Oh, looks like they responded. Counter offer. Whoa. Lump sum $65 billion, bro. Counter. Okay, so items offered by Ukraine, non-aggression pact, intel cooperation, lump sum of 60. So they want all of that, except they want a lump sum of $65 billion. Let's go ahead and say no to that. Our offer, but we can give you just a second. Let's put a free trade agreement in there. Financial, let's put $20 billion in there. Add offer. Okay, they're gonna accept that. Give me just a second. And then come on, go ahead and accept it, Ukraine. We gotta end the war. We gotta end the war. I'm also going to focus a little bit on research as well. Ukraine's probably going to fall very soon, so $20 billion to waste. Diplomatic exchange successful. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to go over here. Technology races. See what we have. And what kind of stuff. Kind of stuff that we need. Let's go to research. One of the coolest things I've always really liked about this game is the research tree. The research tree is actually very, very convoluted, and I'm going to show it right here about just how convoluted and big this research tree is. So just there's a lot of technology. I mean, you could literally start from World War I and research yourself all the way up to B-2 bombers if you felt like it. You know, it would just be another Sunday on this game. So like right here, literally keep going and going and going So like CVN-26, electromagnetic catapult. And then what I really like about this too is that, you know, you have all of these. So basically we have modeled after the real ships, and then we have, you know, like B2s. I can focus on B2s or Humvees or M1A1s, etc. So like right here again, I can just keep going and going, and it just keeps going like that. So like AT shell improvements. What is this? Exclude tech from lists. See year. So it shows the year 1939. So I mean, you could literally start like from the Stone Age and wait. What is this? Oh, that's Rojava. Oh, okay. So it's the Syrians. The Syrians basically just quashed the rest of the Kurds in the north, or the Rojava, and the Turks seem to have been helping too. So that'd actually be a really nice series where basically we expand influence into Syria, because Syria is essentially like a Turkish-backed like military now, or Turkish-backed country now. So that'd be very interesting. What we're gonna do too is we're gonna start trading with Syria. So let's see, resource status, and let's offer some financial aid and add that. And then what is this? What is this? This offer favors them. Then let's go ahead and see if they will do it. Diplomatic offer. Offered by Bosnia-Herzegovina. Requested. Yeah, let's go ahead and accept that. And then diplomatic exchange successful. There's still a war going on? Oh, it's the controversial one. Let me see. The White House announced today that it is placing tariffs on Chinese goods. This move has been threatened for some time as the U.S. president continues to endorse the idea of tariffs as an economic lever. And how is that working out right now? Very interesting things going on in the world economy as of right now on April 7th, 2025. Let's see what kind of diplomatic offers we do, or diplomatic solutions we do have with China. What do we have? Let's see. Here, intel cooperation, reassign forces. Could we do a non-aggression pact? Possibly. No. No, it seems like they don't want to do that, but we can go over to Taiwan and see what we do have. And mutual defense. Mutual defense. Resource status. Research sharing. And we're making a lot of money right now, so we actually have some money to give it out. 3 billion. And if you're seeing me do things that like Trump would probably do, by the way, it's just gameplay. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, replicate everything that he's doing, but research sharing, research status. Come over here. Military inventory, non-aggression pact. Resource status. Let's go ahead and offer that to them. Chinese ships seem to be surrounding the Taiwanese coast. Could we send a ship over there just to kind of like, you know, send a message as well? Let's go ahead and go over to Hawaii and let's see what we have. Selected units, reserve units. Let's see what we have here. I know we have a naval yard. And here, where can we specifically do this? Carriers. 20. USS Nimitz, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John C. Stennis, George H.W. Bush, Gerald R. Ford. Add is selected. And then, so that's based in San Francisco. Let's go ahead and send her over to the coast. And then let's go ahead and grab Battle groups. How do I find specific rules of engagement? Filter to carriers. Capital ships. What do we got? All right, we're gonna send him over here too. I don't think we sent the Gerald R. Ford, so I'm gonna have to do that again. Rules of engagements. Deploy all. And then come over here, select all in list. Deployed, go back up. Wait just a second. This is me figuring out how to play the game in real time, by the way. Deploy. So I know if I click on here, aha, this is it. Okay, so if I click it and then show reserves, that's how you do it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm actually gonna set all of those guys on the East Coast back to base. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's put them into a battle group. Then battle group controls, reserve, return to base, scrap unit, clear. Battle group controls, create battle group. All right, let's send that battle group over to the Chinese coast. And wow, we have an F-18 just going all the way over. Ain't ya? I'm gonna leave him here, so we're basically just gonna be patrolling along the coast. Same with you. And we're gonna put you like... And we're gonna deploy you over to the Middle East. Kind of just keep an eye on there. And then... what about you? You are gonna go down... You're gonna go to El Salvador, kind of keep an eye on what's going on over there. Which, by the way, yeah, we are going to hilariously build up relations with El Salvador right now. Yeah, this is very inaccurate about how good these relations are. Let's go ahead and hit them with a financial aid treaty, and we're gonna say that we're giving them about $4 billion just so they can do some criminal extradition. So let's go over here. Criminal extradition. Grant extradition right of wanted criminals. And then hit them with that. And then what are we doing over here? Daily expenses, income, and expenses. We do have a deficit right now, so let me go back. And we are running that. So we could do something by... overall spending. We're gonna decrease spending. These are the Doge cuts, by the way. We don't have to worry about that. Domestic approval rating 38%. That is unrealistic. And El Salvador, they really like me now. Satisfied toward the United States, free trade. Let's go ahead and open those routes up with them. And they accepted, continue to improve relations with them, and research, resource status, continue to build relations with them. And we're gonna recruit them as an ally in the region. And research sharing, sea transits. Panama has some ships around. Why does Colombia have a ship right there? Alright, and here is our battle group. This is the USS Gerald R. Ford. What is that? Yeah. Can we see information on her? Yeah, so we have morale, kills, maintenance. A lot of maintenance on this baby. 57. How much supply it takes. We also have missiles. All right, and then we also have to focus on building up relations with Japan because they are going to be vital in any type of conflict. Mutual defense. Yes. Okay, cool. Dinu. Diplomatic exchange successful. So let's go ahead and offer El Salvador an alliance as well. Alliance. What about mutual defense? All right, let's offer them that and let's see what they offer us back. Counter offer $22 billion. Jesus Christ, dude. No. Are you kidding me? Why am I paying you $22 billion to become my ally? Really taking advantage of those criminal extraditions, huh? All right, let's put this baby right behind Taiwan. Just to keep an eye on the straits. What about Japan? Did they... So mutual defense agreements. And I need a line of sight. I need line of sight in Japan. Give me just a second. So... did all of that, so we're gonna go ahead and hit them with that. That way we can see what's going on in Japan. Essentially, line of sight is gonna be exactly... Yeah, you see how they lit up like that? So essentially, anytime you have things that are lighting up, this is line of sight. So this is things where your allies or you can see exactly what's going on in these areas. So apparently we have a lot of line of sight in certain places of North Korea. South Korea apparently is not our ally as well. Line of sight, line of sight, line of sight, line of sight. Yeah, they're gonna ask for like a $30 billion or something like that. I like how the front lines are just so toxic right now. Oh, Belgorod just got liberated. Depends on what you say, but some people will say liberated, others will say captured. Oh, it's going back. Just going back and forth, isn't it? Yeah, watch. Apparently the Russians are just gonna hit it back. Focus on the south. Stop focusing on the north. Old Ukrainian flag is on here, by the way. I know that the creator of this game or one of the developers is going to be watching this, so just a fair warning. Old Ukrainian flag, that is, it's the one like pre-2013, I think. It's like it's the lighter colors of the older Ukrainian flag from the 90s, and that was used until like I think it was like 2006 or like the 2010s. I can't specifically remember, but I know specifically that is not the Ukrainian flag anymore. Possibly the same with the Russian flag, but I don't know, because the Russian and Ukrainian flags like are the same, but it's more so that they change the color tone on the flags. It's very easy to miss, and I think it's the same thing actually. Let me look. Yeah, so funny thing, right here, that is the old Iraqi flag, so that is no longer accurate right now as the current flag of Iraq. So again, I know Chris is going to be watching this, so just some things to point out as I play the game, just as I play. I wonder if there's going to be a way I can liberate Northern Cyprus from Turkey. They do have the updated name. Bro, focus on the south. Go liberate like Kharkiv or Melitopol or Mariupol or something. Like, Jesus Christ. Bro's focusing all his efforts trying to take Moscow and go after Kursk. He actually still has Sumy for some reason. Chernihiv is on death's door right now. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Why are you pushing toward Verozny? All right, let's see what's going on in the economy. $2.5 billion in the red. So we're gonna have to maybe buy some bonds. Could we issue some more bonds? Available credit, $54 billion. Who are you? Up C-130 coming in for some reason. Lots of ships screwing around in the Pacific region. All right, so what I did is that I built a giant mega factory right over here in, I believe this is Ohio. Yeah, it's in the great state of Ohio. So we're gonna be focusing on, again, getting our agriculture production over the line. And then once we do, we are gonna be able to focus on other means of production, such as energy. However, energy kind of looks good, so I'm not too worried about it right now, but as our demand increases, our electricity production will increase in the future, so I would just want to invest as early as I can in on that. I do like the information that it gives you, so market availability, selling conditions, production cost, market price, reserves, and that's what I like, is the reserves and sustainability. So basically it tells you like how many days in reserves you have, and then the sustainability, like at your current rate of consumption, how long you would last before basically you would run out if you were going to get cut off from world trade. And then petroleum, 277 days. This one I will stockpile just a little bit. Imports, this one, what is this? Industry controls, production, capacity, demand, domestic price, estimated output, imports. Let's go ahead and imports $6 billion at a max price of 132, and then watch, that basically affects the stock, and then that gives us a couple more days. Like it gave us like 3 more days in trade, in like a, not trade, it was like a, they gave us 3 more days in stock, in sustainability on it. Previous day trade, stock against annual demand estimates. So this one, so 21. Okay, so our production actually is going up, so we are going to be stockpiling this. Self-sufficient, and then we have 10 days in reserves. And let's buy $10 million in stock at a max price of $483. Okay, let's increase that to 796. $8 billion. We'll do 1 million at a max price of $1,000. Total of $1 billion. And then we should be able to get at least some stock off of that. Yeah, there we go. Now it's coming in. Just want to get those reserves up just a little bit. That way we don't have to worry about anything. Imagine the Canadians just start attacking me. All right, and then we're going to go over here. $2.5 billion. Okay, so our Nevada class. Oh, yeah, we're going to be building the Pensacola class. World War II. Just back on the menu, boys. All right, give me just a second. So let's go. Oh, no. Strategic bomber. Let's go over here. Boeing. X-47 Pegasus. Combat UAV. This is strategic bomber. What about multi-role? Where's the F-47? If we don't get the F-47, then I'm gonna end it. All right, here we go. F-23. So, and they got it wrong. It's actually the F-47 instead of the F-23. But so we have 302 days. Multi-role. What about missiles? And let's go to silo launch. ICBM Witchcraft. do we have? Available research. Oh, Atlas. We have the Thor. Witchcraft, Titan 1 and Titan 2. Capital ships. Capital ships, escort ships. Counties, provinces. Oh, that's what it's going to be named after. Oh, that's actually really cool. Oh, okay. So we'll do that. $94 million research. So basically that's telling us that it's going off of the names of provinces, and then this one is going off of the names of counties. So like the USS Nassau or USS Los Angeles or something like that, or USS like Almeida. So we're gonna send these guys. Let's send them. Where are we gonna send them? We'll send them to like northern Japan, just kind of show who's boss. 3 destroyers. What is this? This is the USS John S. McCain, USS Stouts, and then USS Arleigh Burke. Instruction complete. That was a biofuel facility. About here, what's going on with our electricity? Previously trade. Doing a trade surplus right now. Still somewhat stable deficit, so I'm not too worried right now. We do need to find out some sort of so domestic approval rating 43%, so it's actually really good because it was like 30-something% earlier. Balanced budget, pressures all government departments, including military. Corporate tax relief. Let's go over to increase revenues, increase credit rating, overall spending. Let's decrease overall spending. 33.2. Why is my overall tax rate? We'll focus on a balanced budget right now, and we'll go from there. And if we have to do approval rating, we'll do some social spending. Uh-oh. Come on, bro. Why they gotta do this to me? Alright, well, before we get started on anything, alright, and this is the best possible place to end this. So guys, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video of Supreme Ruler 2030, the United States of America. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.